Hello guys, this is Nate from thetechunion.com with your first video in the intermediate section of the Python tutorials. In this tutorial we're not going to be programming or anything, but instead we're going to be installing a very helpful piece of software. It is called an IDE, or Integrated Development Environment, and the one I will be using, and a very popular one amongst the Python community, is Pycharm. So we're going to learn how to install that. And reason you don't have to do this, but just to persuade you on reasons to do it. And this is free, by the way. You don't have to pay. If you're writing a large program like this game I have here, by the way, this is going to be released pretty soon. And once this video is uploaded, it should be released by then. But anyways, when we have a large project and we run it in idle, it will just tell us one error, and then we go to the next error, and then it can be very problematic. Whereas in Pycharm, if I mess up, it gives me a red line and it tells me what's wrong, and just take that out. And another great thing about, not all IDEs have this, but Pycharm does, is autofill, which makes your life a lot easier. You can, like, for instance, I wrote a variable called name up here, and it autofilled, and that's really helpful. So those are just a few reasons why you should use an IDE. And it makes you look more professional. You can swap between files easily. It has a lot of advantages. So we're going to be learning how to install that right now. So the first thing we need to go is to jetbrains.org, not jetbrains.org, jetbrains.com/Pycharm, like so. I'll put the link in the description. And what we need to do is click download. And there are two versions. There's the community, which I use, and unless you're going to be doing something extremely professional, like web development, then you really don't need this. And if you do, you can get a 30-day trial. So don't even bother since you're still learning Python right now. Get the community edition, it's free. I've had no problems with features. It's a really good IDE, so just get the community. So we're going to download that now. Even though I already have it installed, I want to get a newer version. And I will cut back once this is finished downloading, and then we'll go through the installation process. Alright, hey guys, I'm back and finished installing, so let's go ahead and run that exe file. And let me close this. Close that. Okay, just gonna wait now. Yes. Go ahead and click next. And I'm sorry, I had my older version, and you won't see the step, but I just have to install it. And I want my settings, so you're not going to see that if you're just downloading this first time, just updating mine. Everything else should be the same. Yes. Create shortcut, and create associations if you want your Python files to open in Pycharm automatically. You can check that. Install, and we just wait for this one to install. While this is doing this, I want to talk about the future for the series. There are going to be 50 videos in the series. There's going to be, like, counted out, like 14 more intermediate, and then I'm going to do 15 advanced tutorials, and then I'm going to be finished with Python. And after that, as far as tutorial series, I'm not too sure. After the Tech Union goes full release, late June, I'm going to start another project that's either going to be a 3D game, an Android application for the Tech Union, or a new tutorial series, which would probably be Java. And then if we're just talking about tutorials, after Java, I would probably move on to some markup languages that you should learn, and that's going to include, it's not programming, by the way, it's just helpful supplements to programming languages. It's going to cover HTML, CSS, and XML. And then after that, I'm thinking about doing a web development series on how you can make a website. And yeah, and I'm going to go from there. Maybe do a C# series. I'm starting to get into C#, study that. So that's what the future looks like for the Tech Union. And just import the settings. And wait a little bit. And it's running Pycharm 4. I was actually behind a full version. I did not know that. Loading my old project in. And I don't know what new features there are on 4. I'll have to look at that. But there are a ton of features in this IDE. Like autofill, stuff like that. And Control-Alt-Insert, all kinds of keyboard shortcuts. You can create a new Python file. Once you're done with one, you can go Control-Alt-Insert, new file, Python file, HTML, working on web development. So the next thing we need to do, we can't just start writing Python code, is we need to go to settings, and we need to set an interpreter. Unless the UI has changed completely. Okay, here it is. So I'm going to let that load up. And what you need to do is you need to add a new interpreter. I already have mine on here. And then, no, don't do that. And so you just click add, and then you find your Python directory wherever that is. And you select that, you click apply. Obviously it's right here already because I imported my settings. And then you're free to write Python code. You can't just, to start, open a file, make a new file, I should say. You go to, this will be, I'll talk about a few things about Pycharm real quick, and then I'll end off the video. And you go to new Python package. We're gonna make a new directory, and we're gonna name this YouTube. And oh, whoops, yes, delete that. And we're gonna go. I first need to close this project, and I need to create a new one. And yep. And refactor, rename Shift F6, rename project, and so let's go ahead and rename this to YouTube. And okay, thank you. Refactor this again to get the directory renamed. Okay, fine. We are just going to delete this, and I was kind of dumb in the beginning because I did not name this. So I'm going to delete this, close that, create new projects, and we're going to name this. Let's go with YouTube, like I just said. I create that. Okay, so now we're here, and I must have had my older project here. Just delete that so I can show you how to create new Python files. So let's say you create a project, and you can also go up here to new project. I was just doing it the extremely complicated way, but we're going to create a new Python file, and I'm going to name this to tutorials, and then it automatically creates a Python file extension, and it auto generates the author. Just delete that, and you're ready to start writing Python code. If you want to, let me just show you how you can run it. You go to run, and run tutorials, and then it prints hello. So in my opinion, using an IDE is a lot faster. It's used in professional development, and it helps you out a lot. If you're stuck on a problem in your code, you don't have to search and try to find where it is. It just, like, for example, like, I run that, and then see, it tells me in line 1, so I can find the line that's having trouble. And even if I get a runtime error, it still shows me the line. So that is helpful, as opposed to idle. And it also checks your syntax as you go. It helps you find modules and functions, classes, stuff like that. And to end off this video, I would say I don't have a strong conclusion, but I would say download this and it will help you. And thank you guys for watching. In the next video, we will actually start working with intermediate Python and working with string formatting, the second part. See you then.